Some of the world's nations have stood the test of time, and while there is much debate as to which country is the oldest in the world, there are a number that are considered to stand above the rest when it comes to age. This is the top 5 oldest countries in the world. Number 5, Egypt. Although ancient Egypt as a culture has very few similarities with the Egypt of today, the first cultures that resembled the early Egyptian dynasties began to form as far back as the 6th millennium BCE. Egyptian hieroglyphs, the world's second oldest writing system after cuneiform, appeared around 3200 BCE, and King Menes formed the first unified kingdom around 3150 BCE. 30 dynasties later, Egypt came under first Persian and then Greek rule. It came under the rule of the Islamic Caliphate soon after, and it has remained a majority Muslim nation ever since. The modern state of Egypt did not appear until the 20th century, when the Egyptians finally threw off British rule in 1952. Number 4, Japan. Japan claims it was founded in 660 BCE by the Emperor Jimmu, according to mythology. However, a Chinese chronicle attests to Japan's existence in the 3rd century CE, which still gives the country some serious staying power. Buddhism spread to Japan soon after, and the nation was already developing a literary tradition in the 8th century, which culminated in the writing of the Tale of Genji in the early 11th century CE. The period that saw this development, the Heian period, 794 CE to 1185 CE, also saw numerous other cultural traits appear that still define Japan today. Number 3, Portugal. The borders of Portugal were defined in 1139 CE, meaning it is officially the oldest nation in Europe. Before the country was acknowledged as Portugal, the area had passed through the hands of many empires and civilizations. The country was also at the forefront of the Age of Discovery. Though that time was imperialist and detrimental to Aboriginal societies, it contributed substantially to creating the world we know today. Its capital city Lisbon is also known to be much older than Rome. Number 2, Greece. Dating back to the ancient Greek era, the country of Greece has remained firmly in the grasp of Grecians for at least 5,000 to 6,000 years. The Greeks were known to have taught the world revolutionary concepts and created the foundations of modern Western civilization. They made huge advances in science, technology, art and literature, lawmaking and politics, and Athens was home to the world's first form of democracy, something that, over 5,000 years later, many countries are still trying to grasp the meaning of. While Greece today has different borders to that of ancient Greece, and the country has passed through different hands, much of its original culture remains evident and establishes it as one of the oldest countries in the world. Number 1, Ethiopia. Going further back than nations and countries, some of the oldest hominid fossils have been found in Ethiopia. The country has had various monarchies since the 2nd millennium BCE. Importantly, Ethiopia was the only African country that was never colonized by a European country, as they were able to defeat all invading forces. When the League of Nations, the interwar predecessor to the United Nations, was formed after World War I, Ethiopia was the only independent African member. Ethiopia has always been a highly diverse, multi-ethnic state, and this also extends to its religion. The Kingdom of Aksum was one of the first countries after Armenia to accept Christianity, but Islam and Judaism have also had ties there for many centuries. What do you think of the list? Thanks for watching and don't forget to like and subscribe for more top 5s.